Rufai Oseni is on fire. Blast Bayo Onanuga and Tinubu'S wife for this. Now, first of all, on what is trending on our Rise News today, Rufai Oseni blast Bayo Onanuga for saying that Tinubu has the right to travel anywhere he wants. As you know that Tinubu went on vacation from UK to France, and Rufai Oseni was saying that he was not supposed to go on this vacation with taxpayers' money in this time that Nigeria is going through a lot and all that. He also was not happy with Tinubu's wife for the statue and the 1 billion naira donation. And in fact, I am going to allow you to watch this interesting topic. And as you are watching it, make sure you are clicking on that share button and also do well to subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying my kind of content. For more updates, take a look.
These charges levied against our post holders are part of an extended legal process stemming from earlier accusations of financial misdeeds that date back several years. While the charges have been expanded, it is essential to emphasize that both Dr. Onyema and Ms. Egaga remain innocent, and these are mere allegations, and the case is still in court. Our legal team is fully engaged with the matter and is working tirelessly to ensure that justice prevails. We remain confident that through due process, the truth will be revealed and our CEO and co-defendant will be exonerated. I mean, Dr. Abati, over at the weekend, there was this media trial that was going on with, the story that came out from the U.S. Department of Justice. Because it's a legal issue, I'd love to hand over the baton to you. Okay. I know that Dr. Onyema had stated in his previous response back in 2019 about these money laundering charges that he was innocent of the crime and that he didn't have anything to do with those charges.
Okay, let me piggyback on your point about media trial. Over the weekend, I felt a bit uncomfortable that the Nigerian media seems to have jumped to a conclusion. And this is what we do all the time. Nigerian journalists, they hear a story that is juicy, sensational, they jump on it without hearing the other side. And I think that Nigerian journalists should desist from this media witch hunting, of persons, particularly a person like Mr. Allen Onyema, who in fact, during the Yaradua administration, was a major architect of the non-violent program leading to the amnesty program, training about 30,000 persons in the Niger Delta region and helping them, through the contract that you got from the federal government, to protect, save, secure the country. Mr. Allen Onyema, in another occasion, has also proved to be a major patriot, during the COVID crisis that we had in 2020, 2021, ferrying people from South Africa during COVID, from other parts of the world, and even when Nigerians had issues in South Africa. In other words, you will expect that the Nigerian media, these same journalists, who jump on sensational stories, will at least try to exercise a little caution. Now, let's go back to 2019. In 2019, Mr. Allen Onyema and EPIS had made it very clear that, look, those allegations are not true, that he never intended to do any money laundering and he was not involved in any money laundering, and that the money that they are talking about, was passed through even the banking system in the United States. So where is the fraud? Where is the money laundering? However, the latest development is that the 36 charges in 2019, they've added 2 charges to it in Georgia, and they say, okay, additional 2 charges relating to, according to them, Mr. Onyema and also Mrs. Ehaha, I think that's the name, Ehaha. I think it's an open name. A branch of the Urobo people in the Niger Delta. Yeah, right. Now, they now say that 2 charges have been added, coming to 38. I think that if you check it, well, this is a kind of misunderstanding between 2 jurisdictions. Because the aircraft, the 5 aircraft that are at issue in this particular case, they are flying in Nigeria. They are here, they are operational. So I think that these are some of the issues that we need to look at, and Nigerians should not jump to conclusions. However, the Americans, they say, oh, they've issued arrest warrants in Canada and in the United States. But these are issues that the lawyers can, resolve. Eno Alege and co, Onyema's lawyers, they issued a statement once, if I recall, saying that, look, nobody lost any money in these transactions. Not the United States, not any individual party lost any money, and there is much ado about nothing. So there's more work, it may appear, between for Alege and co and across jurisdictions. But it's not a thing that, the media will just say, oh, this is a juicy story. There was virtually almost no platform, that didn't carry that story. Where I don't think I saw it on Rice News, but, all the stations, they were feeding on it. I say, can we also, protect our own? Because Allen Onyema is one of the shining lights that we have in this country, regardless, without prejudice, as they say in law, to whatever the Americans, they say, they are pursuing.
Absolutely.
But let us be fair and look at both sides of the story. How the pattern, they say, hear both sides of the story before you begin to jump to conclusions. On the issue of the arrest warrant, I believe that had been debunked. I don't think that there were any issues for arrest warrants. But let me read the statement that was issued back in 2019. In his response to the first indictment 5 years ago, Allen Onyema had made it clear that he never laundered money or ever intended to do that. He wondered how funds from bank loans and proceeds from ticket sales could be bad money to be laundered. That was his statement back in 2019. Again, I would reiterate your point, Dr. Abati, which I think was quite excellent. We must avoid this media trial. They are, according to the Department of Justice, innocent until proven guilty in court. We'll take another story. Well, presidential spokesperson Bayo Onanuga has replied Nigerians who have criticized President Tinubu for traveling to the United Kingdom and now to France for his annual leave. On Friday, October 12th, the senior special assistant to the president on political and other matters, Ibrahim Masari, revealed that President Tinubu left the United Kingdom where he had gone for a 2-week vacation for Paris, France. The president was heavily criticized for traveling outside the shores of Nigeria to spend his leave. While responding to such critics, Onanuga wrote in a post on X. He said, well, President Tinubu is on leave for 2 weeks. He's not restricted to the United Kingdom. It is his private time. He can go anywhere, or he can go to anywhere he so desires. He's still observing his leave. Well, he is still observing his leave at the moment. I mean, I'd love to take a reaction. If you can pull up that reaction on social media, not by Onanuga's tweet. You go to my reaction. This is from Evelyn, who wrote, well, I don't think it's good to be on a leave when many of his countrymen are starving. This is the time to roll up the sleeves, not a time for leave. I would understand if it was a medical trip, but even at that, we have good hospitals here and can attend to our presidents. It is not good for our image that every time our president needs medical or other attention, he runs to Europe. I think that is the rhetoric online, Rufai. A lot of people have said that. And even here in the studio, we have talked about the fact that, I mean, even if it is medical leave, can we have him treat himself in Nigeria? But it's not medical leave. He's on leave while, pump price while pump price is high. And Nigerians, we took that story last week where the Minister of Health talked about how Tinubu was trying to justify, and Tinubu is trying to revamp our medical hospital. But let me tell you, in another development, though, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has urged Nigerians and the Methodist Church in Nigeria to remain steadfast in prayers for their communities, the nation, and her leaders. Tinubu said that their prayers remained a source of strength and guidance. The president said this during the 40th anniversary celebration church service of the Abuja Archdiocese of the Methodist Church held at the Methodist Cathedral of Unity, Wuse, on Sunday. He was represented by the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike. I hope Nyesom Wike did not quote Tinubu out of context, but go ahead.
The truth is, Audrey, when collectively we lack a sense of shame. That's what happens.
Yes.
Mr. Bayo Onanuga is responding by saying that the president can go to France on taxpayers' money.
That's the question.
Hobnobbing from London to France on holiday on taxpayers' money when the country needs his attention here. And he says, oh, he can do whatever he likes. He can rule from anywhere. The question is, we compare ourselves with foreign nations a lot. How many leaders do you see? Which day did you hear Joe Biden, because we like to compare ourselves with America a lot, leave America to go and do holiday in Nigeria? So we indulge these things on taxpayers' money. We continue, and the president says there's no biggie about it. And the next thing they say is that we should pray for the country. In fact, have we not prayed more than enough? We're saying action. It is about working and praying. I mean, and it has shown beyond reasonable doubt that these people don't rate Nigerians. They don't respect us at all, and all of that. And that's why they are feeding fat. In Nigeria, where people are suffering, somebody donated 1 billion. What work does she do? What is her tax returns?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to tell me, oh, she's been a senator before and everything and all of that. So maybe how much was the salary?
I think it was through her foundation, though.
So
maybe they were from donations.
So
What do you...
I mean, the full disclosure.
That's what we asked for last week.
And it's not today
that
they've been making, such big hula balloon amount of money. But anyway, well, it might not even be from a foundation, but she's told you they are rich enough, they don't need Nigerian money.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the only thing is that they need new Nigerian private jets, presidential jets, to be able to be flying them around at the expense of the suffering people.
All right.
And for good measure, what do? We immortalize them with glorious statues.
Speaking of that, Rufai.
So you see, it's a joke we run as a system. It's a joke. There's no level of accountability. We ask questions. They says, oh, you don't have a right to ask questions. But it can't continue this way.
Fantastic. Well, speaking of that, with regards to the Oni, I know you wanted to say something there, Dr. Bati, and our pastor here has not spoken. I mean, Tinubu urging Nigerians to stay prayerful. I love your comment on that as well. But Rufai has made mention of the statue during that donation that we took yesterday, where the First Lady donated 1 billion naira to the Obafemi Awolowo University. Well, the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, has unveiled a golden statue of the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu. Well, he did that during a grand ceremony at Obafemi Awolowo University on Thursday. Let's take a look.
All right, okay, so let me just say first of all, and I'm going to say this very clearly. Yes, the president has let me start from first. The president has a right to go on leave, but I dare say that the president morally should not be on leave, particularly at a time when Nigerians are facing suffering, are facing such hardship. I say this because I don't know which private company where you're undergoing a crisis, and at that point, the CEO decides that that's the best time to go on leave. I understand his right to be able to go on leave, but I'm sorry to say that we just look at leadership as something very flippant. We don't hold our leaders to account in the way they should. No one is begrudging him his holiday, but the timing is not right. Then go on to saying that he can go anywhere he likes to go. We've already given him options here in Nigeria. So many beautiful places, especially as the chief ambassador, chief diplomat of the country, he can do that. And finally, that statue. No words. But just to say that I cannot understand, but it also speaks, and with due respect to the Ooni of Ife, who said, due to her contributions that she has made and all that. But I also feel that it also demonstrates just how clearly they are out of touch with their people. This is not what Nigerians need. What are the contributions to warrant spending the amount of money to erect a golden statue? So what has she done? How many professors, how many legends have come out of OAU? You're on fire.
it's like this.
Tell us.
The president is entitled to his vacation. He has gone from from London to France.
Yes.
You Nigerians, be grateful for little mercies. You are not in the same situation as the Cameroonians. Cameroon,
That's
their
true.
president,
True
Pobia,
Stays abroad.
he was cited last in Beijing in September. For 1 month, they have not seen him.
Yeah.
And the people are asking, they said, in fact, anybody that discusses
Yes.
that problem again, that disappearance of their president will be guilty of a breach of national security.
Imagine.
We have not reached that stage in Nigeria. That's why I say, Elofo Kombale.
I mean,
the only thing I would say is that, okay, the president has gone from London. I thought he should be in London. He should have been invited to the International Investment Summit taking place beginning today in London. But it's in France. Fine. But they call it working vacation. That working vacation, that emphasis on working. I've said it's an oxymoron. If you're on vacation, you say you are working. We would like, when the president comes back, we would like to know the outcome of that work aspect of that vacation. What have we achieved?
Okay.
Have we brought any investment? Not to hear that we have been getting files, reading files. That is important.
Absolutely.
The other part of it is that the president, he has a vice president. And Vice President Shetima has been very active, even in the absence of the president.
Okay.
Regardless of the fact that nobody transmitted authority to him.
Confirm now on the issue of money laundering case on Allen Onyema with the US court. It has become a concurrent issue in this country for people to jump on news like this without doing a lot of background check. But this is left for the US court and the lawyers to do justice to that. Now, on the issue of the statue about Remi Tinubu, that is Tinubu's wife, and that 1 billion naira donation, what do you think? Do you consider what Rufai said, or is there any other thing you think about it? In fact, share your thought with me on the comment section. Or you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, follow, and share for more updates. Because like this, we move.